All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second annual 420 special with our boys, CPS Dave, DPK, and Deca Al. Welcome to the show, guys. Absolute pleasure to have you in the studio. We're in a little different scenery today. We thought we'd open it up for the crowd, but we're ready to fucking rip.
Love it.
We've put together the Midwestern Avengers of 420 for today.
I feel so out of place on this couch. I feel not nearly popular or cool enough to be sitting right here.
Oh, you are.
Mitch is the only guy in this whole building that can't consume any THC right now,
That is true.
and you're kind of on the bench right now. How do you feel?
Nervous. I feel nervous at best.
We'll take care of you.
This is actually
okay.
an intervention to get you to smoke weed.
I don't think that's what an intervention is.
It's time for you to start, bro.
I think that's just forcing. I
I
don't know if you can call that an intervention.
Well, it's an outervention.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're starting hot turkey.
A hot turkey.
A peervention.
Oh. Al, what do you got cooking up for the boys over here?
Well, we had an issue with combusting, so I figured I would let it buck with vaping. I told these guys I had just the right thing to bring. I got all kinds of special goodies. I mean, this is 420 for Minnesota. What's up? Can we hear it? Can someone comment on there? What's up, 420 Minnesota?
Absolutely.
Hey, I'm psyched.
This guy's more media trained than any of us, right?
Hey,
Way more.
First
Way
legal,
more.
first Minnesota legal 420. Like,
It
this
is.
This is
Yeah.
Straight up.
This is a big celebration for us.
It is a big celebration.
So we decided to bring our Wisconsin friends over to celebrate with us.
You guys got us beat by a long shot. It'd probably be 5 years for us.
Hey,
Wisconsin.
You guys want to smell what we're smoking on?
Big
Don't mind
time.
if I do.
Big time.
That's 8 different kinds all ground up at once. We don't fuck around.
My God.
I smell what you guys are smoking on, and it was just a Passover, and I almost fucking went down.
It smells good, ladies and gentlemen. It smells pretty good.
I just want to give a second to appreciate you guys coming all the way here, because when Dave pulled up, his Jeep tire had a goddamn crescent wrench stuck in it.
Go get that thing, man. That thing was huge.
Sitting on a flat.
Luckily, he came to a Redneck podcast. We were able to make a couple calls,
Got the
get some
pit crew
buddies
here.
out here. Got it done for him.
Now he's got a set of 22-inch spinners on it.
Yeah. Brought him to Los Santos Customs, hooked him up, new paint job.
We knew we were getting stoned, so we figured we should probably do it before it starts instead of trying to figure it out after in the dark.
Well, now that we got the heat taken off of us a little bit.
Al, as the only non-pothead in the room, I am just fucking in shock right now about what's going on. Can you explain to me? Everyone else watching probably already knows what's happening. I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
I don't know if they can quite see it from on the ground, but brought the volcano. We're going to let it buck. Just warmed up.
So what does that thing do?
You just grind up your flower, your herb. It doesn't combust. It's 98% more pure for the lungs, so it just feels great when you hit it, and you get great flavor on everything you taste. It doesn't actually combust, so no 365 plus degree or 465. It's just so much better on your lungs. This is how you medically use it.
So is it more like air? Because like the weed smoking that I've done in my lifetime has been like shitty ditch weed out of a oney. Like I feel like I'm gonna die when I hit it.
This
Tastes
will be
like
a
ass.
really good high. Technically, when you vape, it's a whole new experience. You have the session. It takes you a little bit to start feeling it, but you start feeling it the whole time where you go smoke your oney and you're, oh, fuck. But then you also come down quicker, too, and you use a lot more and you consume a lot more. I don't know if it's getting picked up on the camera, but this is some dense smoke.
Yeah,
Who wants this first one for 420 Minnesota?
Sammy
rip
wants
Sam's
that first
ready.
one.
I never ripped
Sammy's
one
got
of
her.
these.
Look at him
though.
eyeing that up.
He was trying to take a break. I said, nah, man, we got you, dude. Let's just rock it.
Just for all the audio listeners,
what do you
do
do?
yourselves a favor and get on
Slowly
YouTube
push
and
it
watch
in,
what's going on. I think you
no
said don't
push.
push it.
No push, just fuck.
Oh, yeah, no push. You just put that black puck or black mouthpiece, just push it in your mouth and pull. You normally get like 3-4 good bags, and it just depends what you're smoking too. Some of them, have less THC concentration than others.
Pull that
But
orange thing away.
Oh yeah, it was working.
Oh, you gotta take that whole damn thing down like a. Breathe all your air out first.
there you go. He's already ready.
Oh yeah. One of my roommates in college bought a volcano vaporizer. It was
He's already got eyeballs like
How long
marbles.
can you let it sit?
You up next?
I'm up next.
Are you?
I mean, I guess I will be.
I'll take it if
Seems a little
not.
out of order, but
blows up.
That first one too has got all your CBN and all your pain and helpfulness too in there. So
Oh,
It's all right.
Travis is putting you to shame right now, Sam. That was like half a bag.
Dude, he crunched that cotton candy, dude.
Yeah. It's like
it
you're
might
at the
be a
fair.
mistake. But I just figured I'd jump in.
I'll show you guys how to do it. You got Michael Phelps this shit. Boom.
Milko felt.
Michael Phelps. Yeah.
I'm more
Good
like
Lord.
a Mitchell Phelps. I can feel that one deep in my lungs.
Oh. Is this going to hurt? Does it hurt your lungs?
We just got
no.
so much
Oh my
cooler
God.
since when I stopped smoking it. This shit is way cool.
This is definitely the way to consume, though. I mean,
Shit.
this like hopping in your Tesla if you're used to that Geo Metro, and then you get on this. Oh man, fuck that one
You're
hitter.
like, oh, shit.
He's showing us how it's done right there.
Good Lord.
And then you go back for your second because it's early in the morning. You ain't trying to fuck around. I don't do that caffeine. That's all I do, man. Good morning, America. No caffeine.
None.
Not for me. Man, that felt good. Are you feeling better?
I feel fucking awesome, man.
I told you I'd have what you needed.
I went up a notch. I guess 2 notches.
Okay, Travis, now that we got you nice and lubed up here, run us back. We haven't seen you since you went to West Virginia, opened up for Afroman. Mm-hmm. How was that trip? What was that like? Run us through that whole thing.
Oh, honestly, it was one of the best I've had yet. Just the way the whole experience went down. So first and foremost, I got to give a shout out to my boy Tyler Dunning for volunteering the Winnebago for the scenario.
You rolled your whole crew rolled down there in a
Yeah.
Winnebago.
So probably a month, maybe a little bit more than that, but it was a month out. My buddy Tyler said, "Bro, I just bought this Winnebago RV. What do you say we take that out to West Virginia?" And up to that point, we're always thinking about taking the Forerunner Express, Caroline's Forerunner. We've taken it to so many concerts.
Yeah.
It's an amazing vehicle, but I just thought, rolling in this Winnebago was going to make this a whole experience. We can film. Dude, we got on that thing. It was like a rolling fucking house party all the way to West Virginia. We got out there. The people were super awesome. Met up with some other artists and some people I've been waiting to meet up and collaborate with. Everybody was vibing with the West Virginia crew, and then the show went awesome.
Did you get to hang out with Afroman much?
So here's the thing about Afroman. The whole day. I'm talking, actually, I don't even say the whole day. 15 minutes into the fucking day, and the promoter of the event, nice guy named Steven, comes walking up to our cabin they got us, and he goes, "Yeah, none of us have heard from Afroman."
Oh my god.
And I was like, man, it must pay to be the fucking man, because you can just, I've been in contact with this guy the whole fucking time. I mean, he's telling me about ticket sales, and I'm doing videos to promote it. I'm the opener for the headliner. And so anyways, he come down and said, yeah, he's just not talking to
Don't know
nobody.
where.
And so we're all like, well, maybe that bumps us up to headliners.
Oh
Maybe
my God.
we don't see Afroman. That would be a huge letdown. It would, because we're all stoked about it. And I don't know, 2 hours before wherever, they're like, Afroman's at the airport. We got the fucking people already waiting there for him. So he's on the way or whatever. And I'm not even kidding. For anyone that was doubting him, like he was coming in shady for not talking to anyone, this motherfucker shows up in a this camouflage silk suit with a full entourage of people. They come up in all these vehicles. They walks up on stage. He fucking has a pot leaf guitar. He plays 80% of the songs I hope to hear from him, and a bunch of songs I never fucking heard before. And he just he don't move around very fast anymore.
Yeah.
He just kind of fucking jives side to fucking side and does shit like, "Let's all get drunk tonight." And then he just goes into full guitar solos. And it was honestly one of the coolest concerts I ever seen. Did we get to hang out with him? We got to meet him afterwards slightly, and I got to tell him that I just got to open up for you. I've been hanging on to this CD sleeve since I was in 4th grade when my mom, bless
And it
her
was
heart,
an
bought
Afroman
me this.
CD sleeve?
I've been hanging on to this. Well, I've been hanging on to it. My mom held on to all these totes, and when me and Caroline moved, She goes, got a bunch of totes with all the stuff that you've left around my houses over the years, and in it was the Afroman sleeve. Same year I found out I was gonna open up for him, so that's what I brought for him to sign.
That's sweet.
And I tried to tell him all this in like, you got like fucking 20 seconds to really get the point across, but it's a whole life story. So I tried, I did it as fast as I could, and this is all he said to me. He goes, "Hell yeah, little buddy." That's what he said to me. He said, "Hell yeah, little buddy," and I was like, fuck, that's the best reaction I could possibly ever ask for. You're a fucking busy guy. He was fucking hard. There's already people lining up. So anyways, to wrap up the story, I got the thing signed, got a picture with him. It was one of the best fucking pictures I ever got. Me, Caroline, and Afroman. And then after that, a shout out to my fiance, Caroline. This guy didn't really have like a planned meet and greet line. And all of a sudden now he's in one. One person's getting something signed. People just lining up. And, Caroline's like, since we got such a good picture, we got to make sure that everybody else does. So we hooked the Afroman up with the Sharpie so he could sign shit. And then she proceeded to take my little video light I carry around and just stood up on a cooler and held this shit up for like an hour and 20 minutes while every person that he met had like good ass lighting for their photos. Caroline just stood there holding it up.
Dude, she's a real one.
Oh yeah.
She was like, dude, I just want to make sure everybody else gets a good picture. It was a funny moment. But West Virginia was dope, and Afroman was fucking Afroman.
When Afroman performed Colt 45, was it just fucking wild? Because that's like one of the cult classics. Everybody knows the words.
Yeah.
So I'm sure the crowd starts going crazy.
Yeah, and he totally deserves this. He allows the crowd to basically do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he leads you into it, and then he lets you do half the verses and shit because it's the most.
Yeah.
Personally, my favorite song of his is Palmdale. It's just kind of a Prescott cult classic, and he didn't play that, but I understand it because it's a fast rapping song. But he killed it.
Dude, even then, the whole crowd could take over.
Everybody was so stoked, and he really he played songs I'd never heard before, but he presents them in this there's no one else that makes music like him. It was someone. It was like one of those like underrated concerts. I was like, dude, it was cool to. And the last thing I want to say about him because this shit was funny. So there's a VIP section sectioned off at concerts. I'm not used to this because I usually don't have VIP. Still don't. We go out there. And I'm like, why is there this gate? You find out pretty quickly. Like, well, it's VIP for the guy that's playing 3 concerts after you. And I'm like, well, I don't need a VIP. Like, let the people come up front. It's hard. They don't want you to. So, like, make people stand like 10 feet back. It's so dumb. So I usually tell people, hop the fence, and then they get mad at you. But anyways, it's 4 people like Afroman. He walks up there and gets on the motherfucking stage, and like 3 dudes walk up before he performs and goes, here's the thing with the VIP area. No dudes allowed.
No way.
100%. No artists, no nothing. Everybody clear the fucking way. You have to stand on the side, peripheral. And it was only the chicks that were allowed up there. And I was like,
That's hilarious.
Afroman.
That's baller.
He was. He was an
wild.
absolute baller.
Damn, what was the... See, for me, when I go on, like, we went on a road trip to Ohio, all the On Tap boys, and one of my favorite parts of it was just the ride there and back, like just the bonding on the ride. It gets weird sometimes. A lot of jokes made, a lot of roasting. What was it like on the RV? Because that's what I would have really cherished from that, just the ride back and forth.
I filmed like 71% of it. It was like there was so much of it that I've already revisited. It was awesome. Most of it was literally, I'm not even kidding. Most of it was watching my buddy read. He's so jacked up about the concert. Coming back was even fucking worse because he would just want to play beats, and all of a sudden he's just fucking rapping. If I put on the camera, he just starts rapping. Sometimes 3, 4, 7-minute freestyles.
Yeah.
Some of it coherent, some not. And I just filming it anyways. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna post this or not, but I just might.
Yeah, he's the ultimate. He's the ultimate hype man, but he does really get into it.
He is, and there was a couple characters on there that trip. We got to bring Grizzly, our dog, and it was super awesome because He's kind of getting older, and we never really got to bring him on one of these adventures, but it was pretty funny because after one of the concerts, we come ripping back to the cabin we were staying in. It was like they got 2 bunk beds. Like, this is what they put us up in. It was actually, in my world, epic. little log cabin. It's got a mini fridge, bathroom and a shower, and like 2 little wooden bunk beds, plywood, little mini mattress on there. And he's like, this is what we're putting you up in. I was like, this is dope.
Damn, that's sick. That sounds amazing.
It was amazing. That's what I thought it was. It's like, I don't need no, you don't got to impress me with much. This was the shit. I could take a shower after the fucking show, like, you know, much later, but it was fun. And then Tyler parked the fucking RV like right there. And then we were right next to another artist, Kingery. Shout out Kingery. He's a fucking awesome up and coming artist. And then fucking, who the fuck is Just in Time? I don't know if you ever heard of him. He's
Yes.
an absolute animal. Artist, entrepreneur, started this redneck rave down south that's just blowing up.
He started that?
Yes. And
I
he
did
has
not
like
know that.
it's like a full community of people that like rally around this shit. Not like there's like the off-road community. There's like a totally different off-road community, and then there's like this like redneck rave kind of movement. And it is fucking epic to see these people show up for this. Like in just the filming, I wasn't even afraid to show this. This was fucking awesome. Leading into, he was the second to the headliner, Afroman. So from like my show of how many people were there to like you can see the shade just go down a little bit into night, like dusk when they come up there, and all of a sudden there's 4 times the fucking people there. Like, it's leading into the Afroman time. You kind of get gypped a little bit in the opener spot, but these people that are there, they're like, I'm going to that fucking party.
That's sweet.
And it was cool to be a part of it because me and Kingery got to lead him into that. We did a song together, did that, and then it was a fun ass night. I don't want to talk about it too much because there's obviously other shit to talk about.
Is anyone feeling it?
But since you brought it up, I've been waiting to tell that story because it was a monumental moment, and now I'm kind of stunted because we've always just rode like fully stocked in a vehicle. And then all of a sudden we took this fucking Winnebago. We're like driving through Chicago and you're fucking holding yourself up with one hand taking a piss. And the driver is no caution to you, you know, so you got to hold yourself up.
Oh, yeah. I've definitely done that in the RV.
You can do that.
It's
People are making
terrifying.
pizzas. We were drinking Ronnie D. Tony was there with us. Trips came with us for the first time. He hasn't got to see this out-of-state shit popping off. And so he's always seen it from afar. And then all of a sudden we're like, you're coming with on this one. And he did. And last thing I will say about it, the guy that was putting on the whole event, there's always like this ultimate DJ that just kind of is like runs the sound equipment. He's always like sound checking your mics and everything. The ultimate audio engineer there. And he had already done everyone's sound checking the next day. And he said, dude, you guys' fucking mix down was the cleanest of anybody that played this weekend. Just the way that your instrumentals are set up for your voice to just cut through them. It sounded so good or whatever. And I was like, see, that's awesome because a lot of people are either using just their song, playing it like off of Spotify, or they're using just a version of the track with like their vocals on it.
Yep.
And he's basically taking what he mastered to my voice, the instrumental, and then just subtracting my voice so that I'm out there doing it and keeping in certain things like ad-libs and a little bit to help you out in the chorus when you run out of breath. And ultimately, you're setting yourself up to really hold the weight out there on the microphone. You're not relying on just the track playing.
Yep.
And in that, I owe a huge shout out to him because I was like, dude, they fucking said that shit sounded good, and it does not sound good because of me. He's the one mixing that shit.
Sweet.
So it was sweet to have him there to be able to see that live because usually we get all the credit. And long story short, it was fucking cool.
Yeah, dude, Trips, he's a real talented guy. When we had him on the pod, you know, we hung out with him a little bit afterwards. Dude, he's just a good fucking dude, honestly.
Yeah, dude, Trips is the fucking man.
Yeah, dude. He's underrated. He doesn't that was the funniest thing. He doesn't really drink, but like dude, like just in time, that guy, it's hard to say you don't drink around him. He basically walks around with like a bottle of Crown or a bottle of moonshine at all times. And all of a sudden I just see Tony, he's just fucking over there just whoop. And I seen him bust loose like 2 times on that trip. And I was like, Never seen it before.
That's sweet.
And he kept his shit together, but all of a sudden he was just drinking. I was
You're
like,
getting a good vibe, and then it's hard to stay away from it, you know?
Dude,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
also really fun to watch your buddy who doesn't party start to fucking party.
yeah.
It's fun to like. It's kind of shitty because like you don't want to be the guy that turns him, but it's really fun to watch him let loose every once
Yeah,
in a
you gotta
while.
be
The dude who's
careful.
usually like the sober cab,
you
or
could
like
be
he's
the-
always there, but he's just chilling.
Exactly. You could be like the entrance for, you know, maybe them to like really go overboard though.
Yeah,
'Cause there
then you
is
feel
guys
horrible
that like
about
just
it.
don't do it because they can't just have a little bit. Like they'll just
Oh,
go
yeah.
all in all the time, you know?
Everyone's got to let them demons out at one point.
100%. 100%.
Got to crack that valve.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, Al, these volcanoes are making me feel like I'm
Like floating.
Dude,
I told you to get so much higher for so much longer. Like I'm like zoning in and out. I'm like, oh fuck, dude.
we're all just sitting here like, whoa.
He puts on his mask. I just start randomly laughing. I'm like, is everyone looking at me now? I'm like, oh fuck,
You
dude.
took it off.
when I seen the
You
mask,
didn't even
dude,
acknowledge it.
I seen the mask. I was thinking, I didn't know that was a fucking option, dude. I would love to not look like me, dude.
Hey, that's how I originally was gonna come on. I almost refused. I remember. I'm like, oh no, it's gotta be drugs. It's gotta be blacked out. Got a voice blackout. I'll talk about some shit, but no, fuck that. Look at me. I'm right here. What's up? 420 Minnesota.
Dude,
Everyone's bag is half full yet because they're fucking feeling it.
Oh.
If you're not feeling it, you better tell the crowd right now because that volcano does its goddamn job.
I've been a pussy on my second one. I'm not gonna lie.
You know,
It's not playing around.
yeah, it's good to have
I'm
one of these
chilling.
in a legal state. You know what I mean? It just tastes better. But I will tell you this: I felt the product that I've used, so I don't know if I need any more at this present moment.
Oh,
But
I feel it good. And I had 2 bags, and I normally have 3, but that was 8 different strains of all thrown up.
I have 2 bags.
So
and I
it's
feel
Okay, I
great.
start handing out some gifts here to guys.
Exactly. Oh,
I
yeah,
brought some stuff. It's a
Dude,
holiday.
you got 8 in there. When I was in high school, there was this song we used to listen to. I won't recite the whole thing, but I remember in the intro to it, 3 6 Mafia, they were like, "We got 3 different kinds of weed grown all together."
Yeah, I got 8
You got
different
8?
strains. 8 different strains I roll up.
That might not be necessary.
We'll let Mitch
shit.
start going first
got my
because I heard he
You're gonna have
doesn't
to.
use THC yet, but he's around the right crowd. So when he does, he knows he's not getting poisoned or nothing, you know? We got him some shit here.
Damn.
All I'm saying is fuck the Easter Bunny. You come hit up Deca, whatever. I'll fill your stocking
Fuck
or
the
whatever the hell
Easter
you
Bunny,
want to
dude.
call it.
Well, don't fuck it.
True. I always hated that fucker out of all of them.
Yeah, Mitch,
The
as
Easter
the
Bunny?
only
CPS Dave.
as the only sober person here, can you just analyze the situation right now for me? Just break it down.
That's got to be a
Oh,
weird
shit, are you talking
spot
to me,
be
dude?
in right
Shit's
now.
Are you talking to me?
What?
Hey, don't leave
I
out our
can
buddy.
explain what you got there too when you got
and
to,
Bodie.
you know.
All right.
Path of the
Oh yeah,
righteous.
I guess Bodie's sober too.
Those are Deca Freeze that you just had. Those are freeze-dried 10 milligram piece live rosin. That's why I'm itching to get at these. I'm personally waiting to eat one.
Wait, do mine fuck me up too? Because I got the same thing.
Okay,
mine
look.
don't have weed in them though,
Look,
right?
yours are straight Jolly Rancher Kitty
Like
Kids.
Hell yeah.
And you might even have the tropical because, man, I ain't fucking playing around with the tropical. It's
Got the
so
kids
good.
bag, dude. Hell yeah.
Being the only dude, being the only sober guy here, I feel like you know that
And Bodie.
there's a certain level of
Second.
excitement you get. Like
Don't
say
get
you know it's your
entitled.
buddy's birthday and he's getting a bunch of gifts and it's just fucking really cool and everyone like the vibes are high.
Yeah.
I'm just having a great time watching you guys get high. Like that's fun for me.
It has to be. The reason I know because recently we haven't been drinking a whole lot in my household, and my buddy is having his bachelor party. I'm going to his actual wedding in Mexico. This is past now, but I was like,
Holy shit.
do I really got to go to your bachelor party too if you know I'm not drinking at that time? And he goes, no, you don't have to. You're coming to the wedding.
Cody.
Do some rage in there. I couldn't resist. I showed up to the bachelor party anyways, but I wasn't drinking, and I just watched everybody else getting blasted, and it was a full, different experience.
It's the kind of
Check out what you got.
it makes you want to participate in the
Amazing.
party too, though.
I loved every second of hanging out with them, but I knew I was driving home that night. Like, I'm going back home tonight. It's about a 2-hour drive up there. These guys are out there. There's so much blood on this ice when I get out there. I mean, they are just slaying Northern at this house. It's a nice cabin right on the ice. Show up there. I know I'm not drinking. It was instantly hard. There was 15 bottles on the table, and no one's really forcing me to not drink. It was a challenge.
Right.
That's the
Has
best,
to.
worst feeling in the world. Like, you know, it's few and far between that I ever sober cab to a party, but if I get to a party and I'm sober cabbing and the vibes are fucking right, man, it is difficult to like not participate.
Yeah.
It is so hard to like just sit there. It's great watching all your buddies have fun.
It was.
We got to talk about these treats right now. Al just
Those are
handed
the
us all
ones you
these
like,
bags.
dude.
What's that?
Those are the ones you like, remember?
dude.
Isn't that the coffee flavor one?
It is. It's
I don't do
espresso.
caffeine or coffee at all, and I was so sad when what?
It's freeze-dried espresso-flavored M&Ms. These
Yep,
things
so
are
they're-
amazing.
Is there going to be
Caramel.
a storefront that these are available in, or what?
We do have a bunch of stuff that
Skin.
we can offer you right now, but we're working on what's called
On tap surplus
cottage
store, dude.
cottage law in order to, mail it and whatever.
Dude, you don't got
whatever.
to go to the storefront. Just scan the QR code, brother.
Specifically just for the freeze-dried candy, for the record. Through
Correct.
cottage law.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All the other shit, dude. Yeah. If you want to pull it out too, I can explain what it is, and then you know what you got there too. Otherwise, whatever. But I wanted
You want
to.
my mic? You can talk through it as you pick through.
I wanted to make the 420 episode as lit
What
as
is
I
this,
possibly
sir?
could. That's my live rosin disposable, and we sent picture. Maybe we'll post picture, but we're working on it all custom right now. But that's just live rosin and full spectrum terps mixed up. I literally see stars when I hit those.
I've had one. I got one in my Deca drop, and they're good.
All right, so top of the dome. When is the best moment where you go, okay, since I know I'm going to see stars, let me hit that motherfucker? Like, when is the moment when that's appropriate?
Right fucking now. Crack her open. No, but here's the thing. Here's the thing though about it
Good
is
answer.
it's like, okay, you
Solid.
can't smell bad or whatever, and now you got that vape, so now you're not like blowing up a big fucking joint or one henny or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now, and like this, that didn't smell at all. So it's like, I mean, I brought those as options to like show what we can use, but there's also like a Deca joint in there. That's my custom 10-pack pre-roll that's about to get redesigned eventually, and freeze-dry candy. What else did I throw you guys
Dude,
in
I thought
there?
this was 420, not Easter. I'm just like so excited for you guys.
I wanted to make sure that you had something too, though.
Yeah,
The
oh,
Deca
yeah, dude, I
Frees are
appreciate
in
the
there.
hell of it.
Those are non-THC. Everything that isn't written THC or with a label on
some.
it.
Also, I'm glad Cody busted out the T-shirt because I am a huge free T-shirt guy. If
you
I can
go.
get a fucking free
Oh,
T-shirt,
yeah.
my,
Right
I don't even think
here.
I don't think I paid for any of the T-shirts that are in my closet anymore. Everything has been given to me.
This is
That's what's
unbelievable.
up.
I'm not going to lie. I have plenty of shirts that I bought, but I have
sheets
a
are-
good collection of shirts that I've got from, people that believe in what I'm doing on the internet, people that I rep religiously, and some of them I fucking love. I keep a nice collection of them, and I'm like, if I could work into a place where T-shirts were just given to me, like they just rained in.
Oh man, T-shirts and hats, dude. If you can, I mean, when they
hats.
come
And
free,
patches.
I would
Yeah.
so much
Hats
rather.
for sure.
I would so much rather like.
Especially
I'm
rep
wearing-
CPS
I'm
hats.
Rep CPS, show me that butthole. This was a free hat. I won this on a fucking drawing. Free T-shirt. Oh my god, there's no better outfit than one that didn't cost you any money and it looks dope.
And
Yeah,
joints.
the whole outfit didn't
Yeah.
cost you money. That's a rough one. But
I mean, that'd be crazy.
well-
I do buy jeans, but
Those are for anybody. Anyone eat whatever you want. I think Cody won't mind keeping the rest at home.
Are these just sweets or are they?
Yeah, literally, like you put like 10 of them in a fucking bag, it's $10. So they're like $1 a piece. Like I showed up boss
That's
level for you guys
crazy.
just
so what is
because
like
I
one
want to
equivalent
promote.
to? Is it appropriate?
That's non-THC anything. That's
that's just candy.
just candy.
It's just an M&M.
It's a caramel M&M
It's
freeze
very
dried.
good. It's very
You ever had freeze-dried candy and shit before?
The weird thing is, I trust you.
You better check this out. This is straight product, straight. You guys send it, smell it, check
Oh
it.
my god. What the
What is that?
granimals?
Man, this is a
Just a bunch of
420
weed.
episode.
Oh, it's in the couch.
I want to show off
28
some
grand.
stuff because Bodie right here, he's gonna be custom making these soon. So all my people that are like loyal to me, you're gonna be seeing this, and it can be. Oh man, you guys just stick around. Fuck big business.
We're cooking. We're cooking.
I need as many loyal people on the streets as possible.
Amen, brother.
Big business is coming, dude. And if we don't stick together, we're all fucked. So like, find someone to support, and shit, I support anyone that's down to support me and to support my product. Period.
Hell yeah. Drop the
Hell
mic. I love that.
There's no way. There's no way I'm gonna do anything but agree with that statement.
Smell that
This is
fucker.
like-
Strawberry gelato.
Oh, yeah?
That's
This is
part.
like-
We vaped all
Mitch
of
is
these
so
together.
out
We
of his
vaped all
comfort
of these
zone.
together.
Acid it
This
in
is
front
like
of them.
no, it's such a legit like adult kid in a candy store. Like, there's literally just candy and
No,
weed
at
everywhere,
one-
and there's just
at one
potheads
point in your-
flocking.
At one point in your life, it was so hard to find ones that smell like this. Like
You didn't know
you
me.
were like,
You didn't know me.
You don't even want to know.
Yeah.
Early
What I
2000
just got.
even.
Yeah, it was a hard fight, dude.
You knew the train wreck back then. That's about it.
Oh.
Here, check that out.
I'm not gonna lie. One time, a guy that I know, never incriminated anybody, but he had some. He goes, "I'm not gonna lie to you, buddy, but it smells like puke." I'm serious, and it was the best shit I ever had. If I could go back in time to that moment, I would.
Sounds gross, though.
Here comes a big Detroit energy.
It was terrible. It smelled like
These are all straight
Worst part was I could only
indoor.
afford about $8 worth of it.
Yeah, dude, why is it so expensive?
Why is
Why
it
is
so
freeze-dried
expensive?
candy
Because
so
people are
expensive?
out there raping, but it's like if you know that
These hoes be
man, people
trying.
are selling,
Hold on.
people
No
are
diddy.
selling
They're overcharging
subpar
is what you're
product
saying.
too.
They're overcharging for these.
Overcharging,
Oh, okay.
yeah, and under quality, and a lot of people. Like I just talked to a kid the other day, and I totally got through to him. He's flying to the West Coast. He's gonna come hit me up, but it's like he was more about the quality being lower,
Yeah.
and then being able to sell more to people. But I'm like, but now you're selling a lower quality cart to someone where they might not come back.
Yeah.
You know, wait till you give them the good high quality because people just come back. I want to use my stuff myself. I don't want to. Oh, that didn't smell good. I want to be like, holy fuck, big Detroit energy. Oh shit. You know what I'm saying?
That smells
Sam,
really good.
Sam, right?
Oh, absolutely. I just bought a half ounce of it. I did.
After all this, you bought it?
No,
I
last
love
week. I
everyone.
bought it last week.
Everyone
that
out
is
there
supporting.
Yep.
Small
Support
business.
Absolutely.
local business, dude.
Well, the thing is if you spend your money in Minnesota, it's gonna stay in Minnesota. You go spend your money in California, that shit's fucking gone. They got a Lambo. They're already tricked out on you with 4 GTs all over. It's time for Minnesota. We need Cody and the Model X. I need, you know what I'm saying? We gotta. No one's got a Cybertruck up here. Like everyone always forgets about Minnesota.
Deca
Minnesota
Al.
always gets shit on. Fuck that. We're here to deliver good, high quality THC. 420 Minnesota. Hell yeah.
We get in a cyber
Dude,
truck.
if people don't understand, though, that this is a legal state, this guy's on the ground level of
25
you have no
plus
idea
years.
what this could. I'm all for it, buddy. Like, I'm just saying, like, to some people, it still just sounds like you're glamorizing something that they might not understand, but realistically, you're at the ground level of.
Marijuana has saved my life.
Well,
I
that's
guarantee
great.
you, without marijuana,
I've
I
always
would
been a fan
not
of
be
it.
here. And I want everyone else to know it. This is something good.
I've always been a fan of it. I've always been a supporter of it. Sometimes there's been times in my life where I couldn't do it,
You used to always make me
piss
puke.
tests.
Now they got HHC. So you're afraid of failing your UA, you take HHC or like edible HHC. It's a cousin of THC, so you actually get super fucking high, but you don't test out at all.
Damn, they're evolving, man. That's crazy. I didn't even
You
know
get
that.
semi-truck drivers will ask for that and stuff because if they get in an accident,
I think like not to dive into it.
Are you trying to tell me our truck drivers are
No.
driving around legally
No.
seated?
Well, not all.
Not to
Dude.
dive into it, but like I'm just saying, like when I was like working heavily and everything, like I think the best option is to just not participate when you got to take.
Gotta assess
piss
the
tests.
risk.
It
Oh,
is.
yeah.
I'm
It
just
makes
gonna
your life
straight
a
up.
little
I
easier.
don't think people should be experimenting at all. If you're working a job where
If that's your only way
I
to
was
make money,
just swinging
don't
some
don't
iron
cut off
beams.
your money line.
no, don't cut off your money line at all. But I do believe when you are allowed to participate. hell
every
yeah,
job that
fucking
was
right.
offered to me as a felon was a job that I would never have fucking been at if I wasn't high. Fuck that shit. Fuck you, Hardy, McDonald's, all that shit.
These are different jobs. Different jobs.
I
There's
made
some
more
jobs,
money on break.
There's some jobs you gotta go too high.
Exactly.
Oh, absolutely. I worked at Pizza
Don't
Hut,
even kid yourself.
and it was mandatory.
I used to clean a bakery.
There's places where it's mandatory,
And you had to smoke
encouraged.
cigarettes. That's how they got me on them, dude. They'd take me out, make me smoke 6 of them in a row.
That's how you got out.
Yeah, you gotta have break.
Absolutely. You get your little breaks then I was put through the ringer. Boys, I think we just got all this product. I think we should check it out off camera. Our audio listeners, if you haven't already switched over, you might as well. This is not the audio type podcast. But I think we take a bathroom break, dose up, and we're going to come back pretty fucked up.
I feel like Stay Dirty should be like a logo for like Fireball or something, It's great that it's yours, but because there's like Stay Thirsty, my friends. It was like,
Oh yeah,
Fireball, Stay Dirty.
it's just one of those things that was I don't know. I definitely didn't intend for it to be what it was, but it was just kind of like the closing moniker of like lives and shit. And then all of a sudden it just kind of turned into, I definitely say it after about 99% of my videos. I don't know.
Dude, it's a beautiful saying. It's like high class white trash.
It's like, I'm not saying that I own it, but I'm saying that like in the space of the internet and every hashtag and every space you could possibly look, you wouldn't be able to look it up without seeing my ugly mug. So yeah,
It's catchy too. It really rings.
Speaking of dirty, how about what the fuck Mitch's idol and your good buddy Whiskey Biz is up to right now? Getting a TV show and you're on it?
I'm not on it.
Your picture is like right in the beginning of it. I was like, oh my
Wasn't that amazing?
I was like, holy shit, that's sweet.
I was like,
You're on
literally-
HBO Max.
it was literally such a funny moment to me because I was literally watching it, just humbly wanting to support a friend. We literally took out. I'm very cheap like this. I took out a 7-day fucking trial just to fucking check out the show. You know what I mean? Like I'm not just gonna go commit and do a streaming channel just to watch it. So watching the first episode, and I just out of nowhere just see myself like immediately, like me and him up on top of the razor. That was at Rednecks with Paychecks, Texas.
Dude, that's so cool. I saw
awesome.
it flash up. I was watching it on my laptop. I'm like, oh my God. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
We're really proud of him. He's met him like right when my TikTok started to kind of do good, and then seeing like the way that he grew in like the community. Kind of like when I said there was like different sections of the off-road community when I said to you about
Yes.
Just in Time, and like what Whiskey Biz is doing, like he is on like a different side, but it's like the same thing. It's hard to really explain, but like there is this like domain at these mud fests. They're hard. I would do every one that's offered to me, just to be completely honest, to play music, to go there, the people ripping around on razors, drinking some beers.
Oh, it sounds like a blast.
Always jamming good ass tunes. Everybody's in like the same mood. Like everybody's getting fucking dirty.
Yes.
And I was like, dude, I love this. And like shout out to Whiskey Biz. The last time I went to one with him, he just like let us use a razor. Like he said, if you come to this, I will bring you one.
Just has a spare one in the shop.
He didn't ask me for experience levels, me or Caroline. Just
But
brought
Caroline
it.
was the one driving it, wasn't she?
We
There was a
definitely
couple videos I seen
we
of you
definitely
guys.
both drove, but everyone it's smarter to let her drive,
Yes.
and it's way more fun for me.
Oh, totally. Because
This is where the videos come from. You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't get them if I was driving. You see a quick Snapchat.
exactly. I've
the
never,
TV
I've
shows
never been
don't.
other than to Howie's one time, but Mitch was telling me about him and how he used to be big into like four-wheeling and mudding and shit.
Mitch fucking loves mudding.
Mitch loves mudding.
This is their Cody specifically tells me not to do this on podcasts all the time, his inside joke shit. So basically what happened is I said, I like Whiskey Biz. I like what he does. I respect what he does, but it's just not the type of TV show that I would watch. And so Cody's favorite joke for the last 2 weeks has been like how I'm the biggest into mudding of
You
anyone
are,
to
dude.
exist. And he talks about how that's the only thing that I care about.
There is just I'm not saying anything that one couldn't just infer from watching it. The way that they dramatize the show is structured the same way that any show that you would ever see on.
And that
a
was my
giant
entire
that's
point.
what Mitch had
That was my entire point, and he blew it out of complete proportion.
yeah.
I was like, that's just how those shows are, and it's not something that I'm going to like to watch.
That's how they got to structure it. But for him to go, this is the part where you would, of course, appreciate is just the launch from like basically phone-to-phone content to all of a sudden hitting the old like the big boy streaming services, the Discovery, HBO, like to get on that level. And that's where you get those like, the shows they're different.
Yeah, and even I'm like not even just as a content creator, but as like a fabricator and a mechanic, and like what he does is actually super impressive.
Yeah.
All I said was I don't really care for shows
And
like
I think
that.
they're gonna sprinkle in. They couldn't go too hard on.
Yeah.
They made him lose episode 1. I feel like they're gonna sprinkle in now, because I seen him like hinting towards it. Like Paige, his wife, said a couple times like, "Oh, they're gonna see that you actually build these things from the ground up," because he does.
Yeah.
And like half
Yeah.
the stunts he does to be able to create those things. I'll tell you what. I love that he gave me my flowers as a creator, but I ain't creating nothing like that.
Dude, it's unreal. When we had him on, because we did like a remote interview with him.
Oh, yeah, I listened to it.
Dude, just hearing his side of it, he's fully aware that like some of these stories are like a little bit cringy, like not real. You know, he said that even on the episode with us.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I mean, some of it's kind of just TV, but most of it is, you know, pretty realistic. And it was fun. It was fun to watch.
When I was out there with them, like at this event, there was no filming to my knowledge, other than the shit we were doing. But he was like, there was like at least 45 minutes. I seen him about chest deep in the water, helping somebody else get out. Like he's definitely like fully a part of the community. They're not like just hopping on the cameras and like dipping out. Like they're like in there with the people, dancing up on top of the razors, like ripping people out of the woods. It's like in that world, it's just like, I don't know. It's like kind of the lawlessness I always craved, I guess. Just growing up where I did, like we could do a lot, but we could also get in trouble for a lot.
That's because you can't partake. Figured I'd bring you a little something special from the Easter Bunny.
Al broke into me. Al gave me some
From the
freeze-dried
sky.
mushrooms. Getting back on the 420 topic, this isn't quite weed, but
Stay lit, my friends.
these are some freeze-dried mushroom capsules.
Oh boy!
You gonna pop one
There
right
you go.
now?
Do you have like a spin game or something we can play, or like you got any like
Shot
like,
roulette right behind Mitch.
Trivia Pursuit?
Of course he does. Jeez. Hey, my car will drive me home. I don't know about the rest of y'all. Cody, he's got it.
Hey, I don't have full self-driving in mine, so.
What?
I got the
No wonder
broke
why you want to
model.
re-up.
I'm like, mine's like a base model. Like I don't have shit.
It's still
on it.
amazing. It's still better than any other car.
The Dodge Dart has a sunroof, and I thought that was pretty fucking impressive.
Cody, do you get
Awesome.
looks now that you joined the Tesla gang?
Yeah, I don't know if I like it, to be honest with you. I can't tell
You
you.
have a Tesla?
Yeah, dude, I bought.
You do?
Yeah, dude, I bought a cheap Model
Holy-
3. I drove down to Chicago to pick the thing up.
Is that like a different level of human?
like-
you know, I don't know people
He's
like
part
that.
cyborg.
I forced
I
him.
don't think I have. I don't think I got no buddies
Whoa,
with a
no,
Tesla.
no.
I don't think I do.
You got
Yeah,
two of them
dude.
now, motherfucker.
Yeah, he has one too.
What's he got?
I got a
his-
I got a Model Y performance full.
His
self-
is
every
way
trick you can
crazier
get.
than
There is
mine.
no upgrade. I got everything on there. That bitch will drive me from the get-go as long as I don't like pass out. It wants you like touch the wheel to like I'm still alive, but I had vertigo. I could hardly drive, and you know, you click it in and it'll start driving for you and get to your destination and do what you gotta do. Eat the food or eat the candy.
Do you feel like you get a lot of looks driving around? I feel like every gas
I had
station I stop at, I'll have an old man come up to me. How's that thing in the winter?
Yeah, for real. And are you rear-wheel drive? Because then they'll always run that up your ass. Like, man, dude, it's just fine. I get people that say that to me a lot, but I've had mine for a few years. So when you're an early innovator or, you know, earlier on, they're like, oh, dang, is that a Tesla? The most people I get, like 6 to 8 year olds, 10-year-olds, well, how the fuck do you even got a phone? They're like, shit, dude, it's a Tesla. Look, motherfucker. And I'm like, oh, man, dude, get back on the playground. Move. You know what I'm saying? But
Cody won't
You make-
get it on, but he definitely thinks he's part of a higher class society now. Like I pulled up the
That's
golf
not
course last weekend,
at all.
just rip
Yeah.
a quick 9 with the boys, and who do you think is parked? I mean, front row at the
Yeah.
golf course.
3
Where do you think
rows
that thing's
back.
parked? Right in the front, so everyone can see it. You can't miss the thing.
it parks itself. What the fuck are
I
you going
don't
to
even
do?
care what I'm driving. If I have an open spot, the closest possible, of course I'm going to take it.
That's lazy man
Steve
rule
told
number
me
one,
you paid
baby.
him to reserve that spot.
What's that?
Steve told me you paid him to reserve that
Yeah,
spot.
I
He
put
said
an
you
orange
wouldn't park
cone
your
there so
Tesla
no one
anywhere
else
else.
can park there. I don't want a stupid maroon Chevy Duramaxes parking there or something.
You pull
Hey,
up to the
Maroon.
scene with your ceiling missing.
Hey, I'd show up with parking like that. Otherwise, I park way in the fuck in the back. Everyone sees my ass way back there, and I'll walk the whole way. I don't give a shit. But I'm sick of sensory mode going off. Hey, some motherfucker walking around the car smoking cigarettes, but I got talk on there like Darth Vader. Get the fuck.
Oh, that's
You
I
know?
want to get a speaker on mine.
Oh yeah, everything. I like the boombox mode.
Couple of Tesla guys.
Make it
Oh,
fart.
yeah, don't get me on Tesla. That's
I got a 2014 GMC Sierra 1500 base model.
Let's go,
mother-
baby. Let's go.
Cody,
Hey, I bet you I can pull you
With
around.
the
that
vinyl
way.
floors, you can spray them out.
Cody, you know how like there's the Jeep wave. It's like it's a known thing. You know, you do the Jeep wave. Is there like a Tesla wave that you had to learn, or get initiated in.
No.
Yeah,
Once
yeah.
you own a Tesla, you are required. No, once you own a Tesla, especially with full self-drive, this is what's up.
Every time I see Al as I'm coming through town,
Clip that.
You mother.
So is it the last thing we'll talk about the Teslas? Is the like Joe Rogan approved get up of them as good as they say? it
Oh,
is?
let's
Just
go hop.
fucking-
We'll
just
go
right
hop
out
in
the
it.
rip.
you got to take a
Dude,
ride in
it's
Al's.
no bullshit.
Al's pulls.
I don't like
harder
shit
than
like
mine,
that.
and it doesn't feel like a normal car.
It makes your chest
It's
sick.
fast. It's like a roller coaster. Like it puts you right back in your seat, and you don't move because like the torque. There's no torque curve. Like you
You
got.
take
No,
your,
it's
you
pretty-
take your
listen.
phone, you set your phone on the seat, and you kick it down, and your phone sits on the seat until you let off that fucking throttle or 155 mile an hour. Boom. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, I'm on the Chevy gang. I'm the Chevy guy on this podcast. Sam, he's gay.
Hey,
Cody,
hey,
he drives a
Ram's the way
Tesla.
to go.
I drove Cody's Tesla, and his insurance 1,000% went up after I drove that fucking thing because it's pretty quick. It's
You're
pretty
gonna have
cool,
to edit
actually.
that out. You're gonna have to edit that.
You can from one Chevy guy to another Chevy guy. It's kind of legit.
Oh, I've always respected them. Like, there's no doubt. I've like every time I hear a story of someone has a Tesla, they're like, dude, the thing is so fast.
It's so.
Oh, yeah.
I know a guy who has
No
a
lie.
Model S Plaid, and that's like 1.7 seconds 0 to 60. Dude,
Yeah.
I've never ridden in it, but I've heard from people that have that it's dumb, like whiplash.
Faster than a crotch rocket.
Yeah, right.
No, you know, I used
And
to
it's a
race
full-size
rocket on
car.
an illegal circuit down in the city, you know, 610 and back. But you get in that Tesla Model S Plaid or Model X Plaid, that's what I'm going for. You're going to see my fucking doors popping up, and you're going to be like, oh, Deca Al's here. Dropping off more.
In the spirit of the Tesla thing, you know what I mean? And the speed, getting there fast. I just want to scale things back, tell you where I'm at in life, and that's like CPS Dave on the way out here. He said, "You want to ride with me? We're gonna take the long way. We're gonna go Wisconsin side through Grantsburg, see a couple things
Fucking
before
right.
we get there. You know what I mean? Like that's the kind of shit I want to drive. Stop at a couple bars. I'm not trying to."
You like to smell the roses a little bit. You
Yeah.
know? You need a fucking like a old school drop top. You know.
If you have the
I need a
full
good
self-drive,
Sunday car is what I need.
Yeah,
like
just a
good-
cruiser.
yeah, some.
Big old Buick.
If you
Yeah,
have that full
something,
self,
something big old boat that I can just rip, feel comfortable in. Like that's
Rip at
what I
45
want.
miles an hour in a 55.
no, I'm telling you, there's nothing. When you put it into full self-drive and you sit back and it drives itself for you, it takes like 90% of the, oh, fuck, you swerving into me. Oh, I got to go on this lane. You put in a destination and it does its fucking thing as long as you touch a steering wheel every now and then. It's so relaxing versus driving a normal vehicle. I get in my brand new dually diesel and I'm like, fuck, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? But you're
That's
in
how
that
Mitch
Tesla and you're
drives
like,
all the
oh.
time.
Same pitch.
Oh. Big one, yeah. And you know what diesel costs? Fuck that, dude. I charge for 13 cents a kilowatt. Can we hear it? Okay, whatever.
Okay,
420.
I've never understood
420
this math on-
Minnesota.
Okay,
Oh my God, dude! Please stop.
Yeah, fucking hey, Sam.
I can't.
Interrupt him.
I can't take the Tesla talk. I want to turn some
Yeah.
attention to
Thank you.
CPS Dave because
He
I
needs
don't
one.
think I've heard you talk in a while, and I just want to know what
I
you're
need
up
to hear
to,
Dave's voice.
man. I saw you went to war with fake sellers of your merch, and I want to know how that went. I want to know how Alma Leather is. What have you
I
been up
want
to
to know how
man?
it was being a bear eating a mushroom bar. I love that night.
Yeah, so the fake seller thing's been going well because I secured the trademark for Show Me That Body.
oh hell yes! Fuck yeah!
That is now
Official
registered to
trademark.
my business.
That is
How the
such
hell
an
did we get a
amazing
trademark going on, Bodie?
U.S. government.
That's the
dude, hell
best
yeah.
trademark.
That's so
So
great.
that's been a huge
You're
deal
in
because
legal documents owning the
Yeah.
the moniker.
You can look that
Show
up,
me
yeah.
that butthole.
Can't take it away from a guy.
How's it feel? How's it feel to own a phrase? Like,
it's pretty cool.
that's gotta be powerful.
It's so nice now because now like on the back pages of everything on like Amazon, Etsy, TeePublic, they'll go up the bat for me now because I had the registered numbers, registered my business. I just do this is connects to that, and they pull all the stuff down. So TeePublic had like a 50 variety of different T-shirts up for sale, and those people are all so pissed. They're like, "This is my own design, blah blah blah. You can't do this. You need to revoke your claim." And I'm like, "Oh fuck you," you know.
Did you
Tell 'em,
notice
show me
it?
that
The buttholes are mine, brother.
it-
All right.
So I've done that
buttholes are mine.
for hundreds of examples of that. A ton on Amazon. There was flags, and napkins and shirts and hats. And
Oh, I thought you were saying flags like they did to your.
That's a
like,
wild
just
party.
everything. Like just
It is disgusting how many people you'd see
stickers
just
and
and the
anything that you can
shittiest
bulk-
quality of merch too. They'd put the same thing on, and you could tell the hat just
Especially
sucked.
when it's blatant, like biting of your style.
Yeah.
Like same.
As much as that
exact
sucks,
layout.
it's gotta almost feel good to be like, man, my shit is so good. Everyone wants to make it.
oh my god, it's
Yeah.
crazy. Like I can make a list of names of people that I've seen wearing it on different social media, and
Especially
now I just need to figure out how to connect the dots to my website and just rake in. And then I can't keep inventory in. So right now, the Show Me the Butthole hats, they're just sold out, and I've got waiting on queue to get more made.
That's a good
But
problem.
it is a good problem to have. But back to the with Amazon and stuff. Now that I have that registered code, I yank all those down. So now it's pretty much I'm single source pretty much on Amazon. If you Google it, it's pretty much my website or like Amazon, which is also my retail. So that's been really great for me. Anyone that sees it,
Damn.
it leads to me now.
Wow, that's
not
great,
just
man.
stuff.
Sweet.
And then with the Leatherwork, that's been a whole nother avenue. That's kind of been like stepping back to a whole nother pace of things. Everything takes so long to do. Leatherwork is just everything's the old way. We cut everything out by hand. You're just hand tracing things. It's just a lot of R&D, figuring out how to make stuff you've never made before, and kind of just propping up this business that's been established now for almost 20 years. But the owner it just kind of led the ruin. He kind of turned it to his personal little party
Yeah.
pad, and everything went great for a long time. But then COVID happened, and his business kind of fizzled out. His online sales changed because he had a business partner that was running that guy's own website, and Larry was taking all the overflow. So for years he was busy with that work, and then that petered out, and so did the rest of his business, and he was just kind of getting by month to month. And now we've completely cleaned the shop up and flipped everything around, and we're pretty active again, and we're pretty well cleaned up where we can just take orders and pump some work out. And now I pretty much just need to learn how to use a sewing machine. I can start running laps around Larry.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell
That's
yeah.
great.
Oh boy.
Have you noticed?
I think.
Oh, I'll let you go, Mitch.
Oh, I was just gonna say. I think for Christmas next year, I'm gonna get the boys like. Could you get me like some on tap like full bondage suits for Sam and
Oh,
Cody?
that'd be amazing.
Gag balls.
Leather suits or so like even just some ball gags would be
I've heard
nice.
bondage suits are actually a huge leather product.
I
but
bet.
You got to decide what color you want because there's different colors for each fetish. So you got to think about that.
Oh, well, Cody's into feet.
Okay, I'm not sure what color that relates to. I know yellow is pee-pee.
I still have a foot in my truck from on tapping the sticks,
I forgot about that.
and I found out it was a part of somebody else's
Doll?
sex doll.
Oh, it was like a real one of those heavy ones?
I was making
It was-
TikToks with it. I was shaking it
That
around
looked
and then
solid.
fucking.
So was this part of like a
I didn't mean
solid
to change
body?
the subject like that.
I know where the rest of the body is.
If I can try and derail.
You know where the rest of the body is. Hey,
Oh,
hey,
God.
you want this foot back? Come and get it.
My buddy
I thought I was like, this is like so real. It was like,
someone was fucking it.
no, not quite. It was just dirty.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, it's
There's no holes in it, brother.
Well, I mean,
pretty
someone.
filthy.
You're like,
I
I'll
suppose
find
you
a
need
fucking
two.
hole.
I suppose you need
We don't
two
know
in order
who
to do
identified as what.
Dude, no,
you know?
so like basically it's just a foot
it
of some
heavy?
realistic doll.
that. Yeah. Is
Heavy?
it like weight to it, or is it like a light? Like
Yeah, it's like
Slap
a
someone with-
it's like a human-sized silicone.
Hold
foot.
on, Dave. Where's the rest of the body? Can we hear the rest of that story?
Yeah, let me brush over
Because why do you know?
Dave
My-
knows.
Because the foot was thrown into my van, and I was the one that brought it in tapping the sticks. Because I stopped and saw my buddy Nascarlo, who has a jacked up Nova, and there's a fuck doll in the trunk of it. That foot is from that fuck doll.
So this is the real fucking story. Oh my god.
What a small world. Dude.
Put
I
it
love
in.
this.
Hey,
And I was
one
just
foot
in the
in front of
tent.
another.
It's got to be. You could use it as like a party memento now. Travis.
I have it.
No, I'm saying like
that make a killer.
next time you go to a fucking legendary party, you stick it in someone else's backseat. right? And then it's
pass
the
the torch.
Anything for
it's the
ya?
traveling fucked off
It's
foot
like the gnome from
of the
Project
Midwest
X.
parties.
Dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sign
I
it.
agree. I
Dude,
agree.
I think you've been holding on
I
to it
had-
for too long. It's time to spread the love.
Yeah,
You got
leave your
no
mark.
I got a concert coming up May 17th in Ringgold, Wisconsin with Demon Jones. I hold it up. Like, does this do anything for you? Like before a song, like you're holding this foot up and people are like, oh, they don't know why they're cheering, and then just launch it out and see what happens.
Dude, Mitch,
Don't put my QR code on that.
Mitch, I had a very
spot for a sticker.
I'll stuff it in the hole that's in the bottom of it.
I knew there was a hole. Fuck.
There was a hole.
Gotta get me out.
Well, I
there
don't know.
somehow,
Somebody
I
else
guess.
told me there was.
I knew they were fucking it.
I know a guy with a Tesla. I'm not a foot guy.
Go ahead, Sammy.
I had a very similar situation to that foot, like pass it along for the party when I was in high school. Shout out Blake Cook. He had a sex keychain, and it was passed down to him from upperclassmen, and he passed it down to me at a party. He's like, "You need to pass this down to a younger kid when you're about to graduate or whatever." Like I had to give it on next. And then one day my dad was riding with me, and he looked at my key, like my lanyard, and he's like, "What the fuck is that?" And I hand it to him. He grabs it, rips it off, puts it in his pocket. I never saw it again.
What was
Oh my
It was
god!
a sex keychain.
What does that
It was
mean?
the
What-
party
what was on it?
keychain, dude.
just said
What
sex.
does a sex doll have to
What
do
is
with a
it?
That's
party?
just what it said.
What did it say? What? You just said it's
No,
a sex
it was-
keychain. It's
No,
a
we
sex
don't know.
doll
Dude, okay.
keychain.
So it's a metal keychain, but if you like take like there's this little stick that comes off of it. It's just a dude fucking a chick, and her tits were out, and it was badass.
That's
It was a
awesome.
sex
Dude, that's like
keychain.
$1,000
Like
in
literally, it was
prison.
two.
So it's just like a
It
picture
was
of
two.
it.
No, it was two people having
Like a
sex,
No, it was like a little mechanical.
and you
Oh,
could
oh,
move
yeah,
it,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it would like.
Oh yeah.
It
What
had-
the hell?
My grandparents, like, they were like extremely Catholic. They used to have like this like little mini wooden statue, and like the dude had like a barrel around him. And then, like, if you lifted it up, like this big old schlong just like, came springing out, and then we were like, as kids, we like tip it up, and they're like,
But then you have the
and then they go right back to being extremely Catholic.
My dad, when I was young, my dad's. I didn't even realize how fucked up this was until I got older. He was like to do little woodworking projects, whatever, and he was a big NASCAR fan. He's a big Matt Kenseth guy, and it was a pistol, a wooden pistol, but the trigger was Matt Kenseth's leg, and if you pulled it, he'd fuck Jeff Gordon in the ass.
Interesting.
It's
probably
probably
the
still
most, like-
in the garage somewhere, but it's one of the coolest things you'll ever
That's
see in
the
your whole
most
life. It's literally like a handheld pistol, and you pull the gun, and you just humps it.
that's the most extreme redneck memorabilia I've ever heard, dude.
It's interesting.
Someone handmade it.
My dad made it.
Oh,
Oh, it's
I think my dad made it, or it was a gift, but I'm pretty sure he made it.
Did you make that in prison or?
No. Surprisingly, none of the Thompsons have ever been to prison. Surprisingly.
Lots of MacGyvers. in
Deca
there.
Al.
none of us do hard
Not a
time,
lot
bro.
of cops over at the mud hole.
Not a lot of cops at the mud hole. You got to be a stupid motherfucker to get in trouble at the mud hole.
For real.
It really is, like, you know, just to square it back to that, man, like, I hope everybody gets a chance to go to a mud event someday
Yes.
in their lives, because it's
well,
fun.
it is crazy. Like, I've never been to one, but I know lots of people that are like, they put so much fucking year-round time and effort into getting their rigs
Yeah.
established and like finding, just, you know, constructing these giant fucking Frankenstein vehicles.
Yeah,
where they can't.
like this guy, like this, to explain like some of the folklore. This guy, Chris Sconson, down in southern Wisconsin, we played the Redneck Rave Bonfire down there. Jake Lacoste is pretty in tune with that guy. He's like a legend in the community down there. You might not know him in other communities, but he owns a gravel pit, and he has these big ass parties, and he shows up to these mud events with basically what equates to a pontoon on fucking monster truck tires, and he just drives everyone around on it.
I have seen that.
So, like, you know, some people show up and drive around with their hot girlfriend, and some people show up and just drive 15 people on it, just partying
just some, like,
all day.
Mad
and he's
Max shit.
just doing this just so everybody's having an absolute blast. This guy's
Then
doing
it's all
this,
like
and it's
synchronatic too. Like, or I probably use that.
yeah, they
word.
got big old sound. None of them fuck around in the audio. Like, they don't. That's the one thing. It's crazy when everyone's got good speakers, man. The whole place just fucking erupting.
Damn, dude.
That's sweet.
And you're just praying as an artist that maybe one day one passes you and it's blasting them. And I'm not going to lie, it happened to me at Rednecks with Paychecks. A big old truck went by blasting one of my songs. And I
Damn,
fucking
dude.
looked up at
What did
him.
that feel like?
In the moment, even though I was a little bit buzzed up because I was in Texas, it was incredible. And I looked up at him, and he looked down at me, and it was just a moment of like, and then it just passed, and like, I don't know if he was ever even able to correlate. I
Even
feel like
register?
he was. I don't know if he did,
fully with him.
but I know that I'm pretty sure we looked at each other. I don't know, maybe we did, but we did.
But he was,
all
he's
right.
probably saying the same thing. I could have.
Yeah, if he did, that'd be epic. I hope he sees this. And he's like, I was that guy. Because his truck was another guy. You can just tell. It's crazy the amount of effort that these guys put in. Like, I'm talking monster
just the
trucks,
sheer
not just
ingenuity to combine.
not just the guy in town that puts a fucking 6-inch lift on the old fucker. Like, nothing against him either, but
Like, they can't just walk into Napa and be like, yeah, I got a fucking, this. It's like, no, they have like a little bit of this and a little bit of this and a little bit of this, and it's like everything is like not. I mean, some of these like full scale rigs. It's fucking insane.
yeah. And I came in the community.
I can't
like,
I
just-
can't get fucking like breaks without fucking it up, getting the wrong thing. Dude.
Yeah.
Like,
No, that's crazy, dude. Like, I was out there, like, doing the show, and, like, I fully admit every single time, I'm like, I did not grow up around this. If anything, we grew up on the river. But these guys are crazy. Like, this guy, the last one, the West Virginia, someone rips a belt out of the thing. Let someone else drive it that shouldn't have been driving, and all of a sudden you just hear, oh, things ruined. Weekend's over. Some guy's like, no, you got to go down there and talk to Nick down at the end of the way. He brings extra belts. Go talk to him. Sure as shit. He's like, 150. I'll help you put it in. They've jacked this thing up, and like within 2 hours into the next day, no, the weekend is not over. This thing is running.
it's the best place to break down at, dude.
Everybody was in on it. They're like, what do we got to do? I was like, it's a weird. It's basically probably how the whole country should operate. Probably not to
The
get
true
too-
the true commitment to partying is amazing.
Oh, there's so much commitment to partying.
Team up like the Amish.
Fucking right.
That's what I'm
Absolutely.
saying. I would relate more with
Dude,
them
they
than
can
anyone
make
else.
some
One, they go with cash. Two, they team up together. You need
Everybody
help.
out there is. If one guy gets stuck, you don't like people don't. Me and Caroline, we got stuck one time, and neither one of us wanted to admit it. Stubborn like that, and this dude, we ended up hyping him up the rest of the night. Like, he came out there and was like, "Yep, been there before. I think you guys need to get pulled out." And we were like, "Yeah, we're on like try 15. I think it'd be a good time." And like, he went out of his way for like 40 minutes.
Damn.
I don't think it was 40 minutes, but it was a good amount of time. Felt like it was way out of his way. He could have just kept driving. Everybody's just kind of in on it together. It's cool.
1000%.
You peep that.
And I tell everybody that once I get there, I'm like, I've just got, I kind of got introduced here through Whiskey Biz and playing music at these events. Like, I'm not a person that knows anything about this, and they're just so fucking welcome.
Well, you look the part.
Well, that's all it takes. They're like, the best part is they're like, you want to ride in this fucking vehicle? And I'm like, sure.
It's wild
Yeah, like,
to me how like down south, it's an mudding is a lifestyle. Like for guys like Mitch, that's all they do. That's all they think about. Spend their money on.
Yeah.
And like around
24/7.
here
Constantly.
in Pine County, there's a huge derby. Like it's the Pine County Derby's known in this area, and it's equivalent. Like the mudding guys down south to the derby guys that are local here. It has that same lifestyle tune to it, where they put as much money as they can into it. It's something they look forward to all year. Like it's crazy for me to understand as someone that isn't.
It's hard to
interested.
understand it unless you grow up in that life. Like them dudes, that's all they know, and that's all they care about. Like they can spend literally the entire year putting as much time, effort, and money into this vehicle that at the end of the day they're literally gonna fucking destroy.
Yeah.
In an hour's time.
Sounds like low riding. Gave that one up. With the limo.
I can respect anybody that gives 110 at what it is that pulls them in that direction. A lot of people ignore the pull, like where you're getting pulled somewhere, like this is kind of what I want to be doing. And the people that do, it might equate in your mind to like, oh, you guys do all that just to smash cars together. Everybody, sometimes I look at tennis players, be like, y'all really play that? And then you see some people that are just
Serena
playing
kicks
it in
your
tennis.
ass, dude.
You know what I mean? And then you're like, man, dude, like, she could beat me with her left hand, dude. Like, all right, here, shout out to fucking Caitlin Clark right now.
dude,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
100%.
took over the sports world, make people like me
She loved it.
never even watch a game of girls basketball. No offense, I'm a big supporter of women's rights, but I will tell you this: I did not watch female basketball. All of a sudden, someone comes in and starts fucking stunting 110%, and all of a sudden, I'm paying attention. I watched like the last 8 games.
Dude, she's so good. I've like just like you. I've never watched any women's basketball in my entire life. I never even thought about it. And then
It wasn't
Caitlin
like
Clark,
the top.
I watched, I think 3 games. Like that tripled the amount I'd ever seen, and I'm in. I'm first overall pick, baby. I'm watching next year.
Which and it opened up your mind that there's a bunch of these good girls in there in that class. I was like, holy fuck.
And
dude.
they're pissed. They're pissed how much attention she's getting. They're like, we fucking been here the whole time.
I know. They were like there's interviewers asking them questions about her that she didn't even say. They're like, how do you feel about the internet calling Caitlin Clark the GOAT? And they're like, I think she needs to watch her mouth and the way she talks. It's like, no, she didn't say it. The internet did. And they're like, yeah, well, she needs to know that it's gonna be hard for her when she gets
Yeah, they've been.
to the WNBA. And they're like acting all scary and shit. Like they're not even like, dude, what an awesome person for hyping people up about our sport.
Absolutely.
It's interesting. I think what I really believe was about to happen is that she is going to open up doors for many more women before her and after her to get paid more because she drew so much attention to it. They had so much people watching the finals that it's undeniable. You can see the metrics on it, dude. People were watching. And there was a bunch of talented girls on all the schools, and she made you watch those games too. And you're like, holy shit.
Dude, I don't watch basketball at all, ever. Like not any,
Ever.
not men's,
Not-
not
yeah,
women's,
none.
not anything. I don't even like
I don't
really
do any
watching
sports.
basketball, but I watched at least 4 of her games,
That's amazing.
and I don't even like
Really?
basketball.
I
I
don't
was
even
so
know who
entertained
we're
the entire time just watching. It's like a real star power feeling.
Yeah, and like I don't know if we were gonna dive down this rabbit hole, but I'm just the smallest thing is that like they just announced and she's already like got the #1 pick. It was like under $400,000, which is for, like, a
388.
4-year deal.
It equates to
Like-
84,000. I did the math today. It was like 84,000 something a year.
Yeah, but is that after tax?
That's
or
before tax.
you know?
That's just the salary from, and that's just the salary from the NBA. Her endorsements are going to be so much more, but it's just crazy because she had the ability to captivate the world for a tiny amount of time, long time, whatever. Just if you have that ability, it's weird that it's like you don't like just like kind of get the keys to the kingdom there. Like
It's
just
kind of like
wow,
a-
you get that.
It's kind of a kick in the nuts, right? Because like I'm not saying like $84,000 a year to just do what you love is still badass.
It's
still
amazing.
It's still fine. But imagine the amount of money that she drove to the NCAA for just existing.
Okay, hear
Like-
me out. Hear me out. It's obviously direct reflection of like the gap difference between like what the WNBA has revenue wise.
Yeah.
That's obviously a direct reflection. But the more people like Caitlin Clark that there is, the higher that goes. Like now, someone of her skill level, that's the lowest that will ever get paid for the rest of time.
It's
now.
opening
Right.
doors. It's opening
now
doors
this
down the
is
road.
like, she's paving a real path here. I couldn't name one person in the WNBA.
No.
Dude, I can say like there's Cameron Brink now, Angel Reese. Like there's so many of these girls that just got drafted. You're looking at them, and I was a basketball player growing up, and like you're seeing these people, you're like, damn, these are like some hella good athletes. And you see someone like Caitlin Clark, and you're like, not gonna lie, my mentality was always like, if you're not talking about like an NBA player, you're talking about just like a regular ass basketball player. Of course, I'm gonna size you up in my mind, like. Could I take you? And I'm not going to lie, watching her, I go, I don't know if I fucking could. Every time she touches the ball, before the person even gets a chance to even do the motion to walk towards her, it's already in the air. And a lot of times, it just goes in. And I don't know what the hell you do about it. People didn't play like that back when I was eligible. So,
Yeah, you think
it's cool to see. That's all I'm saying. It's cool to see. I wasn't a big fan of it before, but it blows my mind.
Oh,
And that's what I thought about that when we were talking about how much dedication somebody will put into something. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. And I think everybody, same as like the derby cars or whatever, like for her, the whole world's pissed off at her salary right now, and hopefully that changes things. But I think that she's clearly not pissed off at it because she just signed the deal.
Yeah.
And she's obviously stoked about it.
Did they normally not get paid or something? I mean, I know nothing about sports, but I thought they made like
not
M's.
not
Like, they're sitting
WNBA
next-
though.
No.
I don't know nothing about.
If
sport.
you
Hold on.
generated as much attention,
Well, hopefully
and
she
you
gets
were
paid.
a dude. Now this is because of all the attention that's always on the NBA, no doubt. Like they're advertising all that, but like you would have been signing a hella deal if you were that guy.
Yeah, you'd be if it was like if you were going into the NBA, which again, like Cody was saying, it's completely reflected of how much money those teams earn and how much money the NBA itself earns. If you were a guy,
I know the exact number. The number one overall pick in the NBA's last draft. His contract was 4 years, $55.1 million for his rookie contract.
That's insane.
Yeah, get that.
But I mean, in reality, like,
who was it?
Up until a couple months ago, somebody offered me a free ticket, a ride to the game, and a free meal to a WNBA game. I probably would have laughed in their face. But I'm already thinking now, like, I want to go to a Lynx game just to see Caitlin Clark. Like, she's changed the entire landscape. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, that would have been crazy if she got to play there. You know, she will obviously like against them. There's a bunch of girls that went out in that draft though that are good. We kept calling the girl in South Carolina the tree because that girl's what she was like 6'7". Everybody grabbed the ball, tried to shoot it. She just reached up in the air, just stuff you. I'm 6'3". If I got good posture, and I'm just thinking, dude, she would man me. Like, what have you done? And then it's like these. It was just a whole different breed of people. It was funny. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, I think like at the end of the day, it just goes to like that pull you're talking about. It's just about following that pull.
The pull. What is pulling you in the direction of like what do I? They said that one chick that girl that national champion. She's like she left her family in Brazil when she was like a teenager to come and pursue basketball in America just to try to like have a better life.
What's the thing that you'll take away everything you ever fucking knew? What's
so like she's like, all right, good luck, and they send her here, and she just becomes a national champion, going to the WNBA. It's just crazy. Like if you really go to what pulls you, it can do crazy.
It's like if you're willing to jump off the deep end like that for something you're willing to commit that much effort to, like. I
think you really gotta.
You know, and granted too, it's like that's still a gamble. It's not guaranteed you're gonna make it. You know,
it's all a gamble.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I think 10 people got drafted. Right. That's no different than anything. Like, you know, a couple artists get to pop off every once in a while. A couple brands get to pop off and get popular. A couple podcasts get to fucking pop. One day this is hot. Like it's not like it's not like just everybody gets to do it. Like,
it's like
so you put all that work into it, and it might just crash and burn. And like to me, I'm not gonna lie, I would never dive into this scenario. I'd need my own podcast, but for me, that was basketball. It crashed down in flames for me, and was so anticlimactic of what I thought it would be that when it was done, I almost hated it.
It's like been so romanticized that like you know.
I almost hated it when it was done. The way it worked out for me, and then it's just cool like. Now, like I was watching those games, I was excited.
Like it kind of melted away.
It was, and not like it had nothing to do with me. I'm just watching it, like, dude, this is fucking basketball. Like this
is the thing I fell in love with.
And it was women's basketball.
Yeah.
And I played it pretty much my whole life. Loved it, still do. But, anyways, that shit was dope. I love seeing on the Whiskey Biz, the girls basketball, On Tap podcast, CPS, Dave, everybody. My boy over here, Deca, everybody is always going 110.
Yeah.
Staying dirty, baby.
Everybody. You guys keep pressing on every time the gaps between when we see you. I wish it was less, but every time that we come back, I've been trying to keep up with all your episodes. It's awesome seeing everybody grow.
That. Dude, I'll tell you what.
Try to tune in every once in a while. No, it's just awesome seeing everybody going at what seems to be pulling them in the right direction.
Totally.
That's what.
Yeah. I was gonna say you can come whenever you want, dude.
I mean,
anyways,
well,
no,
it wouldn't be
back to Bodie.
It wouldn't be very special if we just showed up.
I'll make it special. You guys keep coming.
Bring his duffels, dude.
Al's
I've
talking
been
about
pushing
busted,
25 years. I'm not going nowhere.
He's filling up the Christmas tree.
Fuck yeah, I can't.
Rocking around Christmas tree.
Dude, that's a good way to call it.
So, volcano vaporizer story from my college years. I was broke. So the brokest I ever been in my whole entire life, but it was arguably the funnest time of my life. Just being so free of money and, you know, and I can't even pay these bills. I got none. But my roommate, he may or may not have had available weed all the time. My other roommate didn't smoke, but he thought it was so funny when I got big. He'd always amp up my other buddy Luke. He goes, Luke, make Travis hit the vaporizer bag, but the deal is he can't stop till we tell him to stop, or he has to pay for it. And he'd set the other roommate up on these fucking jokes to me. And they'd go, oh, yeah, this is funny. So they go there, all right, you have to hit him until we tell you to stop.
Oh, my God.
And, or else you have to pay for it. And I'd have like $8, you know, I had like nothing to me. And like they just keep giving it to me. He had this hammock bolted to the walls of his room, and I'd be up in there sometimes like cocooned like an avatar. And they're just like, I guess we'll let you tap out. Those boys would run me 5 bags like it was nothing.
God.
I can't hang like that anymore. I was 19.
It was a different
There's
time.
also 12% THC.
Well, I was
then,
clearly
too, you know?
21. Oh, yeah, it was probably swag.
Well, 7% then is what.
No,
you know,
it wasn't.
average.
It was that gas for Duluth, Minnesota, 2000 something.
Dave, I had a question for you because I was curious if you ever get any weird questions about the name CPS Dave, because sometimes I tell people that aren't aware of who you are, like an older person, and they're like, CPS, what the fuck? You know, they give me a
Well, I
weird
had to
look.
think twice. When they say, "Oh, you're gonna be on with CPS Dave," I'm like, "Oh, how about you sponsor that?"
And I wondered if you ever had any
For the
weird
children.
experiences
Do
with
people
that.
think that you're associated with Child Protective Services?
Yeah, that's been like a constant thing.
And then with your
But it's a good
phrase,
cause.
If I would have thought of that when I started it, I probably wouldn't have used those initials.
Sure.
I really would have probably strayed away from it. But I never thought of that. I Googled College Peep Show and it didn't seem to exist, and so that's what I named it. I just made it up one night. I was kicking around a bunch of ideas and just used that.
well, it stands out.
And so, yeah, I do get a lot of weird questions, a lot of weird, like, a lot of people know what CPS is, but there's a lot of different CPS, too, and I always kind of rattle a bunch off. Chicago Public Schools and the Canadian Police Service, Crop Production Services, and there's like a aluminum trailer company that's CPS. And
You've obviously
so
done
there's a
the
lot of
research.
them, actually. Yeah.
Same with
Well, they-
DPK.
over the years, they come up.
Any of them hit you
But
up?
there's no Deca. You Google Deca, eventually I'm gonna be the only motherfucker up there.
This episode,
Skateboard company.
Yep.
this episode,
Remember?
I remember.
I'm really-
Deca's a brand, yeah.
I'm really incriminating
Two
my
Cs.
What is this?
my father on this episode, but my dad bought me, or actually my dad bought himself a CPS shirt when I was in like 7th grade, and he bought the wrong size. So I was in like 7th, 8th grade walking around high school with a half man, half horse t-shirt from Dave, and I didn't even know what the fuck it meant for the longest time.
Dude, I always forget that you're that much younger than me, and I'm just like, how the hell are you that young wearing that? And then I'm thinking like,
Yeah.
Now the teachers.
I
made
love
them turn
that
it inside
T-shirt.
out, probably.
I copied and I got a shirt and a T-shirt rack in the back of Hollister that said half man, half horse, and that's where that originally came
Really?
from. Yeah, and then I just remade it.
Just straight up.
It used to be like my favorite T-shirt.
they didn't have the trademark on it.
It was a 6 shirt. I don't know what happened to it. I'm sure it wouldn't even
No.
fit me anymore. But I love the half man, half horse. I used to rock that thing like once a week in school.
I had a shirt like that from the old Abercrombie days that said, looking for Joe Blob. And I totally got away with it at school all the time.
Dude, I picked up a fucking Barry shirt at Goodwill for like $4. Fucking best find ever.
Hell yeah.
Some days it works. Sometimes it's just a waste of your fucking time. I like thrift shopping these days, but I do believe it's changed since people started promoting selling it online and everything.
Well, now they have like
Thrifting is
upscale
different.
thrifting. It's fucking.
Yeah, I know. We were in Austin,
Vintage.
Texas recently, and holy shit, this thrift shop. It was like they were selling the old shit for the price of like double
Like
the
those
price of the new
NASCAR
shit.
shirts. Fuck.
Like all the basically, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the shit that I've fucking been wearing, like the classic country tees, the old fucking
Yeah, now the thotties are wearing
the
it.
brush popper Wrangler shirts. Those shirts are this is top dollar right now.
It comes in waves.
Oh, yeah. Or, like,
you know, like what do they call
The
it?
hat
20
game is
cycles?
fucking crazy too. Everyone and their brother has a whatever their fucking logo is on a Marlboro logo now.
Yeah,
Or like
seen a lot of those.
old style like Bush Light hats, and like that shit's fucking popping off like crazy right now. And it's
Played
like
out.
everyone just wanted the old trucker hats, and now you can't even get them anymore. You have to
Be
buy someone to make
original.
a new one.
Get
I
off the
think people
TikTok
like
shop.
have like some kind of. I think people are drawn to some vintage like something about.
Oh,
vintage.
absolutely,
Oh.
absolutely.
That's why my style is to kind of get a new shirt, break it in myself, but get old beer patches to put on it.
Patches are
I'm
always
drawn to
cool, too,
custom.
like-
Bodie's hand done custom. That's what I'm drawn to.
Well, dude, like the
Yes.
merch, I can get on this merch wavelength, dude. I can talk all day about it.
Show out the magnet that you made for me. That thing looks freaking awesome. This is the
Yeah.
420 podcast. This shit looks like a rolling
yeah.
tray.
Me and my buddy from Prescott, we're gonna bring up some ideas to you for like some kind of a t-shirt offset hat company we were looking at coming
Dude,
up with.
I'm gonna be 100% transparent. I've had a shitload of ideas in the back burner waiting to be unloaded for this very moment,
Yeah,
bro.
just
Dude,
waiting
yeah.
to be unloaded.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
good. That's good. Because he recently was bringing it out to me, and I was like, I would love to have a completely side note company from
Well, that's kind
what I'm
of.
doing right now.
It's like a little.
Which
looks
one
like a
did you
little
get,
rolling
Cody?
tray.
It's got little bud pieces in there too.
Little bud pieces in there.
What you got
Amazing.
going?
It's a magnet.
I got the lighter.
What lighter
magnet.
did you
what
get?
lighter?
Yeah.
Yellow.
All right, then you guys can see the two. Bodie put in some hard time into these. These look amazing.
Sweet.
Bodie is the fucking merch man. I
Oh,
love.
I can't wait till everything gets did up
Oh,
by him.
100%. I love supporting the man himself. I mean, when it comes to construction, when it comes to a weed brand, like he'll just deliver a podcast.
I couldn't be more happy with his designing skills and the way that he came and talked with me face to face. It isn't like let's cut and paste and do your design. He got the feel of what I got going on and did it. Like you look at this color green and you wonder, how did he get that color green? I'll let the man himself tell you. That'd be the
Yeah,
easiest.
dude, screen printed too. Fucking yeah,
He does it. He does it all himself. Makes it.
How you get that
dude.
color?
It's just
It.
it's just about like telling a story in a unique way, and like just like getting the story across from whatever the person's story is.
And the unique green color is from the plant.
Oh
Like that
yeah,
AAA.
like
That's what I was
like
trying to
in
get
his
at.
logo,
Like,
I took a picture of like some of his babies.
I thought that was
Yeah,
amazing.
and then like blended the colors together of the leaves, so that way it's like the color green
the merch
in his
is-
logo is an actual representation of the real plants themselves.
The merch
Yeah.
is so good you don't understand it until Bodie explains it to you. Because I've had him make custom shit for me, custom shit for buddies, whatever else.
Hey,
And
shots
he's like-
to you for getting me to him, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking big time.
with y'all has been fucking A1 since I fucking stepped foot up in here.
Dude,
Like,
it's just
I don't
like
know,
just
man.
an outlet. It's what.
Oh,
it's,
I get
you know,
it.
It's that
It-
pull.
yeah, it's a different one than what I do, but it's amazing
Right.
to see it. Like, but I get it. Like,
It's just another fucking.
keep doing it.
Just a
I
couple
got some
artists.
ideas for you though. Like as a side note, for
Shit,
show
that
I
side
do.
note's a bullet point, dude. Let's go.
So I just tell him kind of what I wanted, and that's what he came up with. I'm like, oh, that's freaking
I thought
amazing.
this was like a sleeve of tanning oil.
No. Hey, I do have massage lotion. I have pain lotion. I have bath bombs. I have all kinds of shit available. I'm trying to help out other people with their products too. Whoever wants to stock my products, I stand behind them. If I try your products, I stand behind them. Why not stock them? I don't have time to make this and make that and make this. So it's like if we formulate a big ass team and we call it fucking Deca because we're 10 times stronger than any fucking store coming, we're good to go. When people are lined up at the store to pay fucking $360, we're gonna be driving around and handing out these fucking magnets. Hey, hit
Hell
us
yeah.
up, dude. Find your closest Deca representative. This is like the Tupperware company.
I've seen this play.
Door to door.
Shout out.
I'm trying
Mr.
to like
Nice
Jehovah's
Guy. I'm in
Witnesses.
love with Mary
Hey, we-
Jane. Like right out the window.
Oh, dude, we get a good
Fucking
anthem.
Mr. Nice
going
Guy.
to it.
Well, there's got to be something.
Well, we got a lot of custom shit coming. Like my bottom
bet.
line of my treasure hunt site is people try my product and come and actually purchase the product and check it out.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
other hunts out there, they're like doing it to like find and steal other people's product and got all these underlying fucked up ultimatums. Fuck that, dude. I'm out here. I want everyone to try my product. I saw you hitting the cart. Is that working for you?
Oh, dude,
I saw you hitting the volcano bag. Like,
I figured you just got to crack it open. Yeah, it hit just fine.
he can't even keep the microphone up. He's so fucking feeling it. Woohoo!
Yes.
Yes.
Hell yeah. So what I'm saying is I want people to respect what's going on. I've been in the street for
Oh,
25
yeah.
years. I've been
20
in freaking semis. Like if you watch the first podcast, you'll be like, Jesus Christ, I was with Deca? Fuck, I should have asked for that motherfucker's autograph. Like, that's right. Freaking, you want autograph on here? I got you. You want merch? Freaking, you're going to have to talk to this guy because
He's like.
otherwise
He's
meet
like
me
Johnny
yourself,
Depp in
you know?
Blow if he never switched to selling blow.
Yeah. Don't ever switch, and it's just fun times and happiness, man. This is our time. This is 420.
Yes,
420.
dude.
Hell yeah, baby.
420. I haven't honestly had someone this amped up for a 420
My
since
whole
maybe
life.
2010 for me. Like 2010, maybe it was a different scenario. I don't want to break it down to you.
Well, go back in time, man, because this is 10 times harder for Minnesota. This is
better.
us representing.
This is way better. You are way amped up about your product, and that
Oh,
again,
dude, I have
same
to
as
be.
Of course, you have to be. It does not work if you are not 100% yourself in any business, and you're gonna try to fucking promote yourself. You got to be authentic. You got to be yourself, and clearly, you are.
Oh, and the product
Not
speaks
everyone's
for
gonna agree
itself.
with it, but you are.
Oh yeah, lots of people like to flag us and fuck around, but it's like, dude, fuck
around and find out.
and
Fucking
find
right.
out exactly.
And come, hey, I smelt it through the bag.
And those are
That'd
Mylar
be a
bag, and
sick
eventually
song
those are
title, dude.
those are gonna be custom. You watch them custom, coming from Bodie, flower custom bag.
So, wait, is it going to be a storefront, or is this like QR codes? Is this top secret? Everything's going to be a treasure map? Like, what are we looking at
Everything
here?
right now is just being handed out for free, and people are coming in supporting me on the black market on the streets because if you go through the,
He's going Kanye.
I'm just like, I wouldn't say it otherwise. I don't like wasting my breath or wasting my time. I like everyone
Without
to
even
check
going
shit out.
into all that, though, I just feel like it's just a simple fact that Minnesota is one of the most recent places to legalize, and you're on the ground level.
Right.
Of that. It's
And
fucking
at-
awesome. The
at
sky's the limit.
some point-
Get
We've
creative
always-
with it. Do the fucking treasure hunts and things you're doing, dude. You're obviously
We've always been left out. Everyone's always left us with the black and brown swag, and everyone's always left us with this and that. And it's like, okay, Travis Cullen, he did 8 years in prison, but he did a lot of these years, and he brought us Beasters and shit. When you guys remember Beasters from early 2000s and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this dude, they kind
little
of fell
white
off the
era.
map around like 04. Why? I wonder why. Anyway, but it's like you see the waves in the market on different things happening here and there. The market is changing. We're hitting 30+% THC. This is a fucking bag you can't even finish because it's just annihilating you 8 different kinds at once. It's like, people
but like one, I don't.
the game is
I
changed.
never want to challenge the narrative, but I also want to know, like, just because I can never not be honest, but it's like, where does one draw the line for the casual motherfucker that's not trying to get annihilated?
We've talked about the rabbit hole. It's so deep in so many different holes. Like this THC game is
Like, if someone
amazing.
hand you there was a time when someone could hand you something, you fucking hit it, and you're like, oh.
Hey,
hell
I
yeah.
coulda-
Sometimes people hand you like a vape pen at the bar. Next thing you know, you're like wondering if you should check yourself into a psych ward.
I got
Everything
those,
starts
I got those
vibrating.
lowers.
Whoa, bro.
Where is the line?
I got
Where does the line
older
draw where
quality-
you just go like, I just want to get like Towley said, you know?
I got it. You guys didn't tell me that. This is
No,
a
I'm-
420 episode.
No, not tonight.
Okay, 'cause I
on a
could-
regular basis.
Okay, you hit your QR code and you come and check me up and you say, hey, Deca,
Yep.
what's up on that cheap shit? And you say, hey, dude, I got it all fucking day. I got fucking pounds for like 800 to 1,000. Come get them, dude. Clear me the fuck out. I'll be producing hell of
I love
pure,
it.
organic, outdoor, Minnesota, loud and proud product. No more hiding it in the fucking woods and mass fucking.
See, like that's that,
Maybe a different podcast.
Hey.
We'll talk
That's like-
about
that's like the most-
multi-million-dollar
420,
store
baby.
Fucking,
yeah.
420. Fuck yeah.
Like fucking George Strait, just give it away.
Well, no, not give it away, but what's going to happen is the flower market is just getting crushed. So even in California, you see it. It's all about concentrates. I've been doing concentrates since like 05, 04, and people are like, what the fuck are you making, dude? What the fuck is this? And there's like no rigs, there's no nothing. And nowadays, people only use concentrate. People only will vape a live rosin disposable. People only do this or only do that. They're so fucking picky. So it's like,
So poor, I never had the option. It was like you just did what was
exactly.
available.
You took your swag, you cleaned the fucking seed
you
out,
did
cleaned
what
the
you had
stem
to
out,
do.
and you smoked it.
Sometimes it was cheaper.
Oh,
Sometimes it came with seeds.
The game is so
Sometimes
hard
it was
now.
gas.
Inconsistent.
The
Like
game
it
is so
is.
hard
Brown
now. If
as
it isn't
hell.
gas like I
Sometimes it
pass
was
around
right.
right now, people pass on you. People are like, I'll get
You
the next
learn.
shit.
You know what the funny thing about it is, in that era, you learned who you could trust and who you couldn't.
Hey,
Quick.
okay, so one thing, Pier 420 topic. How many people would be interested in a marijuana subscription service? I wanted to at least throw that out there because, You could subscribe on $4 on X. I have 1,200 viewers. All of a sudden, I got $4,800 that everyone's viewing. I could use that money after tax to buy products to go and hide. Now you get a cool
Okay, so
volcano. Now you get a cool
now,
mighty.
If
or
you
a
do
chance
like a
at it.
subscription service, you're saying that allows you to be into these separate treasure hunts,
It'll be same,
or like just
same
way
big treasures
bigger,
I'm doing.
more high dollar stuff.
Same big everything I'm doing, but one big item. So if I do 12 drops a month and you
Cybertruck.
divide that by your $4, you're paying 20 fucking cents or 50 cents to maybe get a $500 volcano, maybe get a $400 mighty, maybe, you know, maybe it's a gas card. Maybe I have people call out, hey, I could fucking use straight cash this week Deca. Fucking people are racing for this shit. I have a lot of people tell me, like, when you threw it all the homies, hey, man, we all smoked or whatever. I have a lot of people tell me, hey, man, I had cancer. I didn't afford anything. I couldn't make it. I needed your edibles. They helped me with the pain. Like, this is why I'm out here.
Yeah.
You got to stand behind your product.
You should make a song about this shit.
I've been saying that forever. If I made a song, I would instantly have all
Bunch of
kinds
them.
of other life issues where if I threw shit out there that was really gangster and really how my life is, you got to watch my first
I didn't mean
podcast.
gangster. It
Dude.
seemed much more peaceful.
If I make any kind of anything, that's how it ends up being because people, I'm so pro marijuana and I'm
give
so
him a mic,
against
he's
what
like,
they've done to us. Oh, dude, you give
drill.
me anything. They gave me the mic at the motherfucking
Yes,
stick
yeah,
show.
yeah.
Got a
didn't
mic
they?
right now, bro.
Well, I ain't trying to rap in front of motherfuckers.
No,
and
it seemed
bake this out.
honestly no, and like I mean this in the best way. Like it seemed as if you were kind of the cadence of your speech and everything. It was like you could present
Oh
this
shit!
in a way
He's
like
analyzing it from
the whole fucking
what
album
Cody-
could be about it.
That's what Cody's for. He could make me in a few
And you
TikToks,
could just-
pass this shit through, see what's up with everybody,
get, like,
promote,
other,
promote,
like-
promote. Stay
So, yeah,
Minnesota. If you go buy some shit from California, you get it mailed to your fucking house. Eventually that leads to bad shit. We won't even fucking go there to a goddamn another podcast, but that doesn't support me. Your money goes to fucking California or Colorado. You'll never fucking see it again. My money goes to fucking Bodie. Goes to fucking Cody. Goes to fucking Sam. Goes to fucking you. Goes to every motherfucker around.
Well, it goes
me.
more places than that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to just get the theory
It goes to the
everyone.
laundromat.
You guys keep your money in Minnesota. Stay Minnesota proud. Fuck big business moving in with their cookie. I'm
Yeah,
just
right.
saying, you know,
Yeah,
that,
like
they
that.
personally burnt me on 105 pounds. Fuck
That
those
that
motherfuckers.
authentic, genuine passion and keeping the product organic, natural, and then also establishing like Minnesota as a place on the map, but also uplifting like members of the community is what I'm getting.
See, this dude's like my motherfucking hair. I throw shit everywhere, and he's like, okay, talk to you tomorrow. This is going to be amazing. You know, I fucking love every time I throw some shit out there, at least in his art world, in his brain, he can pull out.
It's just like telling, like going back to like telling that story,
See where it says intended for daily use. Snoop Dogg, you know, everyone smoke weed every day, and that
420,
you know,
baby.
Mexicans fuma motatadas las dias, smoke weed every day. Anyway, intended for daily use. It says right on there, you know.
Mexican
I don't know.
tea.
Well, boys, what do you think? Been a successful 420. We got off on some fucking tangents today. If you stuck around, I mean, we were gangsters. We were mudding. We were fucking playing ball with Caitlin Clark. We've been to the moon and back, and I think that's what 420 is all about. As the only sober guy in here, I think I'm allowed to say that.
He's driving
Second
us all
sober guy.
home.
Yeah, I mean, I hope the people
Well-
enjoyed it. I want to thank our guests driving in the rain today, risking their lives.
Enduring flat tires.
Deca out, fucking running through the rain. He got his Tesla umbrella.
And then fuck around. I got multiple backpacks to bring everybody all their own Deca drop.
Hell
That's
yeah,
how we do
Al.
around here. We want you guys to fucking
Yes.
see what's up. Everyone try their product. If you like it, go out there and support it. If you don't like it, tell Deca to go fuck himself.
Hell yeah. On that note, thank you for listening. Thank you for enjoying 420 with us.
What do you think, Sammy? I think if you made it to this far into the podcast on YouTube, drop a smoke emoji.
Yeah.
What are we giving the people this week?
Drop your b-hole.
What's
pics.
something we could do to Bean Boy or something?
Let me just tell you something. My boy Jake Lacoste's got an album dropping May 4th. Up north, Jake. I got like 2 or 3 songs
Hell
on
yeah.
it.
National Star Wars
yeah.
Day.
Check
He's
it
dropping
out.
on National Star Wars Day.
That's baller.
May the
That's
4th, dude.
crazy.
He's putting himself against
Fucking
Jedis,
right.
dude.
That's crazy.
Jake don't give a fuck about no competition, including me. That's why I became not his competition. He was an ally of mine. He's a,
So you guys are fighting the Jedi together.
Hell yeah.
if he called upon me for such
Execute Order 66.
scenarios, oh yeah, I'm always ready.
Hey, key bullies, we got puppies for sale right now. American bullies. Hey, they need to go out. New home.
Burn down just had her puppy.
All right, we got it.
That's a fucking wrap,
Hey,
boys.
hey.
That's a wrap on this
It's
one.
a gangster community.
Puppies.